I have to say, this moment reminds me of 1989, the fall of communism, except this is the fall of American communism, the fall of an entire ideology and the birth of a country. I think when he said America is back, there's a reason 70, 75, 80% of the people agree with him, because it does feel that way. You made an amazing point yesterday before the speech. You said that you predicted Trump would talk for about 80 minutes listing his many accomplishments, while Biden's sole accomplishment last year was completing the speech.
And that was justification for his being commander-in-chief for another 4 years.
That he didn't crap himself on live TV, which he then did in the debate. But that was a really distinct comparison. It happened year after year. This is why it was so important, I think, that Biden gave Trump a 4-year break, just so you could know what you were missing. And he did. And it's true. In a month, he did more than what Biden has done in a lifetime of cronyism. And I said this a while ago. Trump might be done with his term in 3 months. You know, it could happen. But this common sense strategy is the most brilliant and necessary play in modern political history, because the higher ground of common sense leaves that the only counterpoint for the adversaries is everything against common sense, which means, hey, guys, don't clap for the kid with cancer realizing his dream. That's anti-common sense, but you had to do it because, God forbid, you're on the same side as evil orange.
Wait a minute. Toby Cyrus says Putin now owns MAGA. He wants to welcome them to his new Putin Soviet Socialist Republic, but reminds them they need to bring their own toilet paper. Now, why you think that, bro? Now, why you think that? What is up with this narrative about Trump being owned by Putin? Like, ain't y'all done with that now? Y'all ran that same play the last time he was president, so you're going to run that same play now? We're going to do this all over again? Just like he was saying, Russia, Russia, Russia. So anything that Trump does, nobody likes it, and he's being controlled by Putin. We get it. I don't buy it. You can't make me believe it, but I get it. That's all y'all got. Y'all have nothing else to come back with. Everything is about Putin this, Putin is that, Putin is running this, Putin is running that. Trump is actually trying to get peace over there, but for some reason, y'all don't want him to try to get us any peace. Y'all just want us to keep spending money on these Ukraine war. So, see, he didn't have a response. That's why he dropped that little turd and then he left, because he knew he full of shit.
Orange man. Al Green was a perfect hood ornament for this. He's a party with no room left except ugliness.
I watched Trump's joint address to Congress, so you don't have to, and here are the top 3 takeaways you need to know. Number 1, Trump the showman is back. Not only was this the longest speech to a joint session of Congress ever, it was also lively and animated. He focused mostly on touting what he has already done in the last 43 days and trying to entertain the audience. He went off script numerous times to tell jokes.
And we have Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong.
He gave away some prizes.
Officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
True to form, he was creating good television, and it was a stark contrast to his inauguration address. Number 2, things are tense in D.C. right now. Not even 5 minutes in, House Speaker Mike Johnson had to ask the Sergeant of Arms to remove Representative Al Green from the gallery for standing up, waving his cane around, and shouting at Trump. As Trump entered the Capitol, Representative Melanie Stansbury held up the sign saying, "This is not normal," which Texas Republican...
Wasn't that such a clown move from Al Green? Al Green is a scumbag, bro. Like, for one, the only reason why he got in there was because a lot of idiots thought it was the real Al Green. So, so according to him, he thinks he's like on some type of level where he can go up there and just try to embarrass Trump. Yes, he brought articles of impeachment the last time. Now he's doing the same thing this time. Nobody cares, dude. We don't even care about you. I'm over here doing a poll. Give me a second. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I mean, it was just a clown move by Al Green. I'm so glad that they kicked his ass out of there too. He's just a goofy kind of guy. Like, he looks like a hobo. He need to go cut his hair. He need a shave. He need to be lined up. I mean, the dude looked like he musty. Am I tripping? The dude just looks like he just stank.
Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are.
It just pissed me off because I'm like, bro, honestly, this was one of the best speeches by a president at the congressional address that I've heard. Joe Biden, all these, it doesn't even compare. See, the Democrats are mad because Joe Biden was in there and he couldn't do anything. Donald Trump has only been in there 2 months and he's done so much. That alone tells you that the Democrats are full of shit. They only worried about Doge and what Doge is finding out. Let alone, it was times in this speech that they couldn't even stand up. I'm talking about for what's the kid, DJ, the young lady, Lake and Riley. Like, they couldn't put nothing to the side to just clap and go along with, whatever he said. Everything was resistance. That's all this party is about, is strictly resistance. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to win these midterms. They're not going to win the next election. I'm gonna put money on it. They're not going to win the next 2 or 3 elections. Vance is going to be the president the next time around. I promise you that. I can put money on that. The way Trump is operating, he's setting Vance up to take the reins and just continue what he's doing. I'm telling you, it's in the works. They're working on it right now. Trump is going to do what he's going to do, and Vance is going to take over and just continue it. And everybody's going to like it. See, the Democrats, they get on TV like on The View, and they try to run this play as if, people are, disgruntled, but they're really not. I'm not. That's the lie. Everybody who voted for Trump is not pissed off. Everybody who voted for Trump likes exactly what he's doing.
Are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Mr. Green, take a bath and get a shave. You look a mess. You're a freaking congressman. Clean up.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
He got a pimp cane, bro. We got a congressman sitting up here with a pimp cane pointing it at people. Pointing it at people. Think about that. The man got a whole pimp gang sitting up here pointing it at people. Really? Get out of here.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you.
Get your ass out of here, man.
You know, if you wasn't my brother, I'd kill you. You know that, don't you? I'd blow your motherfucking brains out.
You know, if you weren't my brother, I'd kill you, right? I'd blow your motherfucking brains out. I mean, he a damn fool, wasn't he? But that's cool, because like I said, hey, look, Trump said what he had to say. I liked the speech. I didn't have an issue with it at all.
And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
Back, baby. Back, baby.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir.
Let me skip this part.
Take your seat.
We've seen enough of this kind.
Finding that members continue to
America. For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again. As you know, we inherited from the...
Like, how could you not clap for that? Even if you're in the opposite party, he said, let's make America great again. They just sitting down. I'm telling y'all, bro, the Democrats are scumbags. They ain't about shit. That's why I'm so glad I didn't vote for them. I'm so glad I'm done with that party. Because I've awakened. I've realized and seen these people for who they are. And they hate America. They hate Americans. And they supposed to be members of Congress, but they hate this place. Just because it's a different party, you can't even stand up for stuff that should be easy to stand up for and clap about. You can't even do that. You can't even put stuff to the side when you're supposed to be the leaders of this country. That's who these people are.
The last administration, an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare.
Nightmare.
Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure.
Remember, they kept touting, oh, this is a great economy. Oh, this is a great economy. And the funny thing is, it's like when you're a citizen and you just a regular everyday worker like me, you know they lying. This is the best economy. I'm like, man, I'm paying so much for bread and eggs and just basic stuff because I don't buy nothing crazy when I go to the grocery store. Believe me, I'm a hell of a chicken guy. And I seen the prices of chicken just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Preferably up most of the time. I'm like, what the hell is this? But yet they'll say, this is the best economy. Joe Biden has done so many great things for us. No, he hasn't. He's made it worse.
As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it. With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated. If you don't make your product...
Yep, that way if you do come over here as an immigrant, you're gonna be somebody with some money. We're gonna get something out of you for sure. You're not finna just come over here and get you some free health care, food stamps, housing. You ain't finna get nothing free. You're gonna pay in, and that's just what it's gonna be. You're not gonna leech off our system. And if you do got big money, then you're gonna be creating jobs for Americans. That's what you're gonna be doing. So people gotta realize what he's doing here. You gotta realize the play. They don't care though. All they see is Trump. As long as it's Trump, they're gonna be against it. That's all they need to know.
Product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in, and whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth. Whatever they tax us, we will tax them. If they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. In 2018, DJ was diagnosed.
What's up, Mehdi? Mehdi says, was a good speech, and I think him looking at Democrats in the eye as he makes them look like little spoiled children. Exactly. It was so funny every time he said something of significance or he pointed out the fact that that administration that Biden had was one of the worst administrations. He definitely looked in a direction and pointed at people. He was actually calling out names. That's what I liked about him. That's why I like this dude, because he gonna call your ass out. What he call Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, called her a little Pocahontas, called out Al Green. Did you see Ilhan Omar sitting there looking like a damn fool? She definitely need to be deported. I don't even know how she's a congressman, because she definitely does not like this country. She don't even like American people, bro. I've heard her statements and I see the way she operates. She hates Americans. If you pay attention, when she was trying to get the Somalians and show them how to dodge ICE and all, it's like, what is you doing? You trying to help illegal immigrants dodge ICE? That is illegal. You are aiding and abetting. Do you work for the American people or do you work for Somalia? Which one is it? Because if you want to work for Somalia, you can easily just go back over there and work for them. You don't have to be here. That's what I don't understand about these people who come over here. You hate this country, but then you turn around and you wave flags of the country that you fled, and you act like those countries are so good, and you're trying to flood those people over here. We don't want that type of culture over here. Y'all failed in your homeland. Now you want to bring that same crap over here. That's not going to fly. And I don't care what nobody has to say about it. That's not hate speech. Because we can't go to their countries and do this same shit that they come over here and do. It's bullshit. Now this with DJ, they couldn't even stand for this young man. Like how could you not stand for DJ? Just an innocent kid. Trump brought him up there because he possibly seen that viral video about him, know his condition. It was a genuine moment, but the Republicans could not see it. All they see is Trump. So whatever Trump says, they just hate it. We're not gonna stand up. We're not gonna cheer. I don't even give a damn if it's a 13-year-old kid with cancer. I don't care. I'm not standing up. I'm not cheering him on, because I hate Trump that much. I can't put it to the side for 1 minute to watch this little kid have a great moment. I mean, these people just pieces of shit.
Diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago. Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer.
He's from my state,
Actually,
baby.
a number of times. The police love him. The police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza.
Mehdi says, what I saw was a desperate, corrupt faction of our government looking defeat in the eye and realizing they are not going to win. This is going to be massive retirements as more truth comes up. Exactly. That's why I just said, Mehdi, I said these people, I guarantee you, they going to lose, bro. Like you say, they going to be retiring. This is going to be the moment where you start getting all these retirements, probably right before the midterms. If not the midterms, then the next election cycle. Because they can see the writing on the wall. It's a wrap. Once they get behind closed doors and they get all those analytics and they see what's going on, people going to start retiring. They're going to, man, I got to get out of here. I ain't trying to lose in no landslide. I done been doing good this far. No, I can't lose in a landslide. I'm going to just retire. I'm going to step to the side. I'm going to let somebody else get it. And what's going to happen, I guarantee you, the Republicans going to win the House and the Senate. They just going to get more and more of a majority. It's a wrap for the Democrats, bro. People don't like their policies. And then they just showed their ass at this address. Even more people can see that. Even if you was a Democrat, there's no way that you couldn't see that they couldn't even stand for Lake and Rowley, DJ, and all of these other people that had nothing to do with it. They couldn't even stand for that. That's how bad these people are. That's how corrupt their brains are. They just want to be disruptive. They're the party of resistance. Nobody wants to vote for a party of resistance. People want to vote for somebody that's going to actually do something. Jesus. Mehdi also says exactly, shit stains on the underwear of humanity equal the Washington, D.C. establishment. Exactly. That's a good one, Mehdi. Mehdi says, yep, many know they need to lawyer up. They do. They are corrupt, bro. They are corrupt. And see, when people try to come on here and maybe get mad at me or try to challenge me on some of this stuff, I like to tell them, look, I used to be a Democrat, and I'm telling you, when you step out and look at things for yourself, you be like, oh man, how could I ever have done that? How could I ever have voted for that bullshit? And if you seen my video the other day, you even have Christians who know damn well that they don't like the policies of the Democratic Party, but they still vote for these people. They know it's not right. They know they voting for something that goes against everything that they've been taught, but they do it anyway. But once you finally break away from that, it's a freeing feeling. And you don't have no hate in your heart like the Democrats do, because you understand now what's going on and you can see it for what it really is. Just like I always tell people, when Trump got in there the first time, I was like, bro, I'm doing just fine. Hell, I'm doing even better. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to be scared of this dude? Remember they said all of this stuff was going to happen when Trump got in there, especially the black people? Didn't happen. That's why I'm like, bro, please, please, people, don't fall for this again. Don't fall for this. And then here we go. The same people sitting up here falling for these same tactics. They running the same play. They have nothing else. All they can say is this dude is a Russian agent. That dog didn't hunt. It's it's a joke. It's a joke. Mehdi says, I have been following what is going on in Ukraine since 2017. And as a proud American, it was a wake-up call and the scales fell from my eyes. Exactly. You sound like me. But you know what's funny, Mehdi? Is deep down inside, you knew this. I guarantee you, you knew this, but you was just like some of those other fools, just like me too. They kind of had you brainwashed. They kind of made you believe that you shouldn't be a Republican. You shouldn't be a conservative. You shouldn't vote for these people. And then you really got to thinking one day, or something happened, whatever the event was, and you was like, you just kind of stopped in your tracks and said, look, that's some bullshit. You're not gonna keep running that same game on me. And that's why I say it's amazing to me how so many people can keep falling for this same trick, bro. It's an old trick. It's an old trick. I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. And the Democrats are losing their minds. You got people like Rachel Maddow. Hell, even Stephen A. Smith went on The View and told the truth.
So Trump's only been in office for 6 weeks. Seems like 6 years, doesn't it? And he's been going around with his cronies touting his so-called landslide.
Look how they label it. He's been going around with his cronies. What cronies? You mean the people that he appointed as head of the executive branch? That is his right? You know how they always want to point out, well, how did Elon get in there? Why is Elon? He's not an American citizen. Newsflash, motherfucker. Donald Trump is the head of the executive branch. He can appoint anybody he wants to do anything that he wants. That's how this shit works. And I guarantee you, he's not going to let him get out of line. Believe that. You think Trump is scared to check Elon Musk if he do something that he knows that he shouldn't be doing? You think Trump is scared to check this man? Y'all must be a damn fool. Y'all are a damn fool if you believe that. He'll say something to anybody. Have you heard the man behind closed doors? Have you heard the reports? He be cussing folks out. What y'all get on TV is very, very light. How about that? What y'all see on TV is a very, very light version of Donald Trump.
Landslide and blowout win. But he won the popular vote by 1.5%, one of the smallest ever, and he won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased.
Exactly. How many times have I said that shit on this show? How many times have I said that shit on this show? I'm going to do it again because every time this type of stuff comes up, I always point out this map. That's all I need to show you. That's all I need to show you. Let me see if I can pull it up, if I still got it on my computer. Hold on, I may have to go to another page real quick. Okay, yeah, I got to go to, hold on, let me show you. Let me pull this up. That right there. That looked like a mandate to me. You know what's funny? What somebody really pointed out to me, which made a lot of sense. But you know, some of these, like, okay, let's say like California, right? The majority of people probably lived in these counties that's blue, which made the whole state go blue. But overall, there is no blue states. Maybe one. But overall, there is no blue states. Look how many, this is a map by counties. Look how many counties went red. This is damn near the whole US. That's a mandate. And then he won all of the swing states. Really? That's all you needed to know. The blue wall, he killed that shit. He ran the blue wall out of town. Okay? Let me see what Mehdi. Good point. Yes, sir. I know. I've been keeping up with this for a while now. Hey, I'm not going to say I know everything. But that's one thing that I kept up with. I mean, that map says a lot, bro. I don't care what nobody say. It was only 43 point, what she say, 43.4% versus 43.3%. Man, get the fuck out of here. Did you see the map by the counties? The counties just destroyed the blue wall. Get the hell out of here. I mean, they want to win any way they can get it. That's called spin. You can't let these people put spin on you. When they spin stuff, that means they bending the truth. And they bend it in their favor. Can't fall for that shit.
Increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won the popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it, 89% of the counties shifted against. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
Well, it's a different definition of a mandate, I guess.
But the problem is that if you're the Democratic Party and you lost 49.8% to 48.3%, and you're looking at that 1.5% dip, that's an excuse for you to say, what we did really wasn't that bad.
Some people didn't
we
show
should
up.
continue to do that.
Do you
no,
think that those
don't get.
Here's Sonny Holston. Some people didn't show up. That's an even worse point. That means your party sucked. Y'all couldn't even turn out enough people. Don't the Democrats usually turn out more people to vote? And then now your excuse is, well, some people didn't vote. I wonder why. Why wouldn't somebody go to the polls and vote, Sonny? Because they either thought it was a lost cause, ain't no point because our candidate is going to get his clock cleaned. Or, I don't want to vote for that garbage. Or, I don't like either side. You get that too. A lot of people was even saying, I don't like Trump and I don't like Biden, but I'm definitely not voting for Joe Biden. Do you see the economy? I'll just sit this one out. Mehdi says, I live in Maine and we have ranked choice voting. All the population is in southern Maine, infected with New York, New Jersey, Maryland liberals who moved to get away from the states they fucked up. Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about, Mehdi. We got some of those same folks coming down here from California. We getting some of that same infiltration down here in Texas that's coming from California. But the thing is, a lot of them ain't even voting for Democrats. They voting Republican. Because coming from some of those blue states, they already know we don't want that same kind of shit going on down here. I played a video on her also where it shows It's a mass exodus of people coming from blue states that's moving to people that's moving from blue states and they moving straight directly into red states. That says a lot. One, they don't want to admit that they fucked up, so they rather just get away from it. Two, they know they can't bring that same bullshit to another place, especially in the South. You're gonna have a hard time in the South trying to push some of that same shit that you was pushing in those blue states. And then why would you even want to bring those same policies here when you know that they failed and they made you move in the first place? Why would you want to do that? You're not gonna wreck the new place the same way that you wrecked the old place. Some people have actually wisened up. It's still some people that's gonna try to bring that same BS here, even though they know they moved from those blue states because they messed them up. They'll still try to run that game here, but it's not gonna fly. You got people like what's her name? Jasmine Crockett and Al Green. They slipped through the cracks. But I promise you, it's a black man that's running against Jasmine Crockett. He gonna beat her. I promise you that. Al Green, he won't win again. Mehdi says 2020 was a fraudulent elect. Absolutely. 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 You say different definition? Refresh my memory on what you're talking about. I've been just talking, bro. I'm kind of behind on these comments, so just tell me what you're talking about. Mehdi says the View is a bunch of raging, TDS liberal flying monkeys. Exactly. I've been on their ass for shit ever since the election, especially Sonny. She should have been gone. Sonny shouldn't even have a job. I don't know how she still has a job. She didn't got up there and lied. Hell, she didn't even got her husband hemmed up, making that comment about the insurance. You remember that? I don't know what's going on with that ordeal, but hell, she brought the heat on him. Hell is Sonny talking about?
Continue to do it.
Do you
Find a
think
new
that-
strategy.
But do you think those groups, the black voters, the Latino voters, and the others that you mentioned, are they going to regret it soon?
Possibly.
Will they stop with that misconception also? They got to stop with that misconception also. Because people who voted for Trump, like I just said, love what Trump is doing. If you didn't vote for Trump, you're gonna be upset with it. Even some of the people who didn't vote for Trump, they like the Doge and they like getting rid of these immigrants. Hell, even some of them, and they won't even admit it, they like that Trump said that he only wants two genders, male and female. I'm telling you, they won't even admit that, and they like that policy. I know people who like that policy, who told me, and they Democrats, that they like that policy. And you know who they are? They Christians. That's why I say these people, man, look. It's something embedded in them where they feel like they can't vote Republican, especially black people. Especially black people. I'm gonna play this clip, but I'm gonna finish playing this other one first. But I want y'all, because I showed you earlier what this black preacher said, referring to that, especially when Jamal Bryant had something to say about it. He definitely responded to Jamal Bryant and his BS.
I think so. I don't like what I'm seeing from Trump. I didn't like what I saw with Zelensky. I didn't like what I saw with a few things. But in the end,
Zelensky?
the point, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But
In the Oval Office.
But in the end, what it comes down to is this. The American people, in their eyes, it wasn't about him. They were voting against what the Democrats were throwing in their direction. I don't only talk to Cuomo. I did interview Eric Adams. I did interview Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. I interviewed these people. I've talked to them, and I'm going to talk to some more of them, too. And I'm going to say the same message. What are you doing to win? I love Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland. I
do
love Josh
too. I
Kerr
love
of Pennsylvania, okay? I just interviewed Cuomo. I like him a lot. I want somebody to step up and recognize that man in the Oval Office, whether you like it or not.
This dude's an idiot too. He talking about nothing but Democrats. They not gonna win, Stephen A. Smith. And even if you try to run, you ain't gonna win. So stop trying to be a contrarian when you know years prior to this, you was a Republican. Now all of a sudden you a Democrat. You're just trying to pick a winning side, bro. People like Stephen A. Smith got splinters in his ass because he straddles the fence. That's all he does. He straddles the fence. Appreciate you, OVI, for the follow and the subscription. He straddles the fence. I can't stand people like him. We all know that he's trying to position himself to pivot out of sports. He's trying to get into politics. That's why he's always on Sean Hannity. He's a clown himself. Come on now. But like I was saying, it was Bishop Wooten who was responding to Jamal Bryant when he was actually criticizing black people who went to the White House for Black History Month. When it's funny how I pointed out that when Joe Biden was in there, they had a Black History Month and black people was at the White House. So were they cooning as well? Or is it just when you were a black Republican that you all of a sudden cooning? Cut it out.
Are we actually in a place where the only way you can be black and stand with your people is to be a Democrat? Now, if that's where we are, we're the dumbest people on the face of the planet, and we're the only people in America who operate that way.
It's stupid. I'll say it again. It's stupid to operate like that. To just hand your vote over to one side. I don't care whether it's Republican or Democrat. That means these people have no incentive to get your vote. You just gonna hand your vote over. Oh, well, that's what we've always done. What are your demands? Do you have anything that you want? No. We just, we're just gonna collectively vote Democrat. We don't really care what's going on. Even though it goes against a lot of our morals and values, but we'll still support the Democrats. Even though they bringing in people from other countries to replace us, we'll still support the Democrats. Why is that? Well, we just don't like the Republicans. They're racist. Why are they racist? Because they always vote for white people. Well, don't y'all always vote for black people? Don't you always do identity politics? Yeah, but we black. We can do that. When white people do it, it's racist. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. If white people do it, they can't just be doing it because they just same reasons that black people do it. No, they racist. Y'all a bunch of damn clowns, man. What's up, Judy? Appreciate you coming to the show. Appreciate you chiming in. Judy says he didn't make the Democrats look bad. He did it to himself with his endless lies and stupid innuendos. That's a lie. Trump was telling the truth. Y'all just hate the truth. Y'all just contrarians. Y'all just don't like it because it's Donald Trump. And I'll tell you like I tell black people, if it was a Democrat saying the same stuff that Trump was saying, y'all would be cheering him on. Y'all would be cheering him on. For one, y'all lost morality when y'all couldn't even stand for people like DJ. What do you got to say about that, Judy? Y'all don't care about that. Y'all just want to go against anything that Trump is talking about. Y'all don't care. He'll say American first, and then y'all get mad at that. I'm convinced if you're a Democrat at this point, you don't like the United States. You hate this country. Just like Jasmine Crockett, she was going for Canada during that hockey playoff or whatever that was. She was going for, like, what she say? She rooting for Mexico. I'm like, what? You in Congress. Y'all people are the worst, bro. Y'all are the worst.
You can be white and be a Republican or a Democrat, Hispanic and be a Republican or a Democrat. Praise the Lord. Whatever, and be a Republican or a Democrat. But if you're black, if you're black, the only way you can be an authentic black person is to be a Democrat. That's stupid. And you know what it means? It means that explains why we spend half the time, or maybe even more, out of power. Ooh. I've said for years, we need to operate politically, and I want to make this clear, in a way where both parties will compete for our vote.
Like I said, don't be making no sense now. Don't be making no sense now. You start making too much sense, and like we say down south, you sound too much like right. It's going to be an issue. That's too much like right. You start doing that kind of stuff, you're going to catch a lot of heat. You're going to catch a lot of hell. Because they can't take it. The Democrats cannot take it. They just want you to be black and vote Democrat and keep your damn mouth shut. And niggas sit up here and go for that shit every day. And you know what they'll tell you? Oh, I don't like what he said. I don't like that he talked like that. Why is he talking like that? He said something that hurt my feelings. I'm not voting for him. Shut your crybaby ass up. Well, he was saying something. It was a crippled guy, handicapped, and he was mocking him. That's been debunked. What? Well, I still don't like him. It's Trump. I don't like him anyway. I mean, just as bad as the Democrats.
The president, in his, what we believe was ad-libbing, we did not have prepared remarks from the president, which is unusual. White Houses usually distribute prepared remarks, so we don't know what was digression from those remarks and what was ad-lib. But
what the fuck do you need to know? You need to know the man's whole speech? Man, fuck you, Rachel. I mean, she gets on TV and just act like the world is coming to an end. I'm shocked that they haven't got rid of Rachel Maddow. Get her fucking ass off of the TV. Y'all got Joy off of there. Get Rachel's ass off of that TV. She is the biggest fearmonger on that channel. I used to watch MSNBC. Every time she come on, she do these faces and she make it seem like Donald Trump is finna destroy the world. Every time. Hell, she'll even get on there and cry. And you like, what the hell are you crying for? You finna go home to a penthouse. I'm the one that's hurting. Damn fool.
But the president did repeatedly seem to be ad-libbing when he was remarking on the expected impact of the economic decisions he's already made 6 weeks in, saying that the American people would have to bear with him, that there would be a little disturbance, that there would be an adjustment period. And again, he said,
wow, Donald Trump told the truth. My God. He didn't lie. He actually told the truth that it may be a pinch just for a little bit, but things are going to get better. Just because he wants to put tariffs out there, he's actually trying to bring jobs back. He's trying to make these manufacturing jobs come back over here, just like it used to be. My God, he told the truth. Shaking my head. What's up, Tider77? Appreciate you coming to the channel. Appreciate you giving me a comment. He says Rachel Madcow should have been fired when she insulted her bosses after they let Joy Reid go. Exactly. That's the entitlement that these people have. Because if me or you go to our job and do that same shit that she did, you get your ass that pink slip and they'll tell you get up out of here. Oh, you don't like what I just did? You can go with them. Here you go. Rachel Maddow is a fearmonger. Like I said, she'll get on there and cry. She will cry. This has got to be the worst policy that Trump is. Oh my God. After she get off TV crying, she get in her BMW or her Bentley or something and go to her little penthouse probably. Like, come on, man. It's the same stuff with Al Sharpton. You need to go down to Costco and buy some stuff. We're going to boycott Target. And then he walk in there with a $10,000 worth of clothes on and walk right out and don't even make one purchase. They had people telling y'all don't follow us out. Y'all need to go back in there and buy something because they going to try to say that y'all didn't buy nothing. Al Sharpton, you got all the money. Why you didn't go in there and spend like $10,000? He walked in, made a big scene, and walked out. And people sit up here and fall for that shit every freaking day. It just baffles my mind.
He said a little disturbance, essentially suggesting that the roiling that we saw in the markets is something that he knows he caused, but he hopes people will not mind.
What's up, Life? I keep calling her Life. We on YouTube. What's up, Miss Paradise? Yeah, I'm on here late. I'm random. I want to stick to a schedule, but hell, it ain't like I got 10,000 subscribers or something like that. You know what I mean? If I had a bunch of subscribers, man, I get a little routine going. That way people like, okay, I know Rod gonna be on at 7 or 8 o'clock, kind of like TV. So, right now, I want to stick to a schedule. Only thing that I stick to a schedule on is when I'm doing the little upload videos. I try to be consistent with that. But these lives, I just try to leave it to maybe I just feel like talking. I just do that. But I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you checking out the channel like you always do. I appreciate it.
For the record, the worst inflation in this country was in 1980. For the record, the economy that he was left by President Biden was not a catastrophe. It was literally the best economy in the world. It was described by The Economist magazine as...
She said described by The Economist magazine. Is she stupid? How about you take your stupid ass in Walmart or Target or something and ask some people, is this the best economy? Have y'all ever thought about that? No, we just going to read a magazine and go by these statistics. I just, because I'm rich and, it doesn't affect me. Whenever I go to the pump and fill my car up, I don't, it doesn't matter what gas station I stop at. I just stop at the first one. Then I fill it up until it clicks. No, I don't need to see if it's 10 cents cheaper down the road. It's okay. I'm going to put super in my car anyway. No, I would never put regular unleaded in my car. Never. Never. Only super. And I wait till it clicks. Rachel Maddow, get your ass up out of here.
The
She look like a man.
envy of the world. That was the economy that was left to Donald Trump by Joe Biden. For the record, Social Security is not paying benefits in large numbers to 300-year-old people or 250-year-old people or 200-year-old people or 150-year-old people. In fact, the idea of Social Security as a bastion of massive fraud and overpayment is completely false.
Where is it going then? He just made that shit up? She just said it was false, but she didn't give us no facts. We looking for the facts because Elon actually pulled up some paperwork. We got to see the numbers. So if we got to see the numbers from Elon, then you need to shut the fuck up and let us see some numbers. Don't just say this shit. She just, it's actually false. Okay, let me see your numbers. How do you know it's false? Or you just saying, you just speculating? Same stuff that y'all say happens on the other side. No facts. That's another thing I hate about the left. Or really, when when you're just talking to people in the street, and if you're a conservative and they asking you questions and you answer the questions, and then they be like, well, let me ask you another question. They keep trying to like debunk you. Well, where did you pull that up from? Let me see your facts. Where did you get those statistics from? And then when they start talking, they just be, that's not true. No, Joe Biden, he never said that. He didn't do that. He didn't make that happen. He signed this paper. And you like, well, what's the facts? And then they just deflect and they just go back to asking you questions. You're like, so I gotta come up with facts and y'all don't have to come up with facts? What's going on here? This shit kind of one-sided.
For the record, U.S. auto company CEOs are not psyched and delighted and so excited about President Trump's economic policies, including his tariffs. Take, for example, the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, who said that Trump's tariff policies would, quote, blow a hole in the U.S.
But do you see how she said he's so excited? That's the bullshit I be talking about. Instead of just reporting, just read what you got. She's like, she wants you to get a thought in your head about what she's about to read to you. She used to do this shit every freaking night. And then she'd take the papers and be like, I don't know. What's going to happen? He lies. He makes up stuff. In this country, I think it's going to go down. It's just all tactics to get you all scared.
U.S. auto industry that, quote, we've never seen.
And then you will realize nothing happened to your ass. Just a joke. A big joke.
The president flat out lied about U.S. versus European spending to support what used to be our allies in Ukraine. The U.S. has committed about $125 billion to Ukraine's defense. Europe has committed about $259 billion. The president radically...
That's all together. That's all together. She full of shit. If she break those up into each individual countries, they don't contribute enough. They can contribute a whole lot more. We way over here. They so disingenuous. My God.
Radically misstating the character and quantity of our relative support for what used to be our ally now appears to be.
You know what? I swear to God, they hate this country and they hate everybody over here. They hate us.
You know, if you wasn't my brother, I'd kill you. You know that, don't you? I'd blow your motherfucking brains out.
only Europe's ally and no longer ours. For the record, Joe Biden did not close over 100 power plants. There were more utility-sized power plants up and running in the United States when Joe Biden left office than when he achieved office. For the record, there is no...
This is one line ass bitch, bro. You know how I know she lying? I used to work at a coal mine. My dad used to work at the power plant for that coal mine. They shut both of them down during the Biden administration. I be damn. You see what I'm saying? That directly impacted me. Luckily, my dad retired from there. He had just enough time at that time. He had already retired from another place. And then he worked there for 10 years, and right when his 10 years came up, he retired from there as well. Prior to that, I had got laid off. I mean, just be lying, man. You got to be careful with these people. I'm telling y'all, you got to be careful.
There's no EV mandate. For the record, oil and gas production in the United States hit all-time records under President Joe Biden. For the record, even Doge...
Lying once again. I live in Texas. They not... When oil down here is pumping, everybody and their mama got jobs going to West Texas getting that oil up out the ground. Wasn't nobody getting no oil up out the ground. What the fuck is she talking about? I'm in Texas. I'm telling you, when West Texas be humping and people getting their oil, all you hear is about people. Oh, I've been in Midland for 4 weeks. I've been in Midland for 2 months. I've been in West Texas. I've been working out there for 6 months. You don't hear nobody talking like that. I'm telling you what I know. What's up, Mehdi? Mehdi says, did not include the fact we are the ones paying for the Ukrainian government to function. Exactly. Ain't they paying for pensions? Ain't they paying for pensions over there? Why are we paying for pensions over there? Paradise said that Trump pushed that lady off of him. He probably did. You know he a germaphobe. You heard about that desk that little boy put them boogers on. Elon's son put them boogers on. He got it all cleaned up and shit, or refurbished. He got the whole damn desk refurbished because some boogers. And then, I didn't pay attention to it until I went back and looked at the video. And when the boy put the boogers on the desk, you could tell Trump, he just kind of froze up. He was just sitting there like, oh my God. I pray to God this little boy don't come over here and touch me. Please don't touch me. That was pretty funny. Yeah, he did though. Maddie says Maddow left bitching about shit no one cares about. Exactly. She just a bitcher and bellyacher. That's all she is. That's all she is. And then they had the response to Trump's Democratic speech by this lady, Alyssa Slotkin. Now, I didn't even watch it, but I seen a little clip where she was reading some type of transgender book to kids, and I was like, that's why they're going to lose right there. That's another reason why they're going to lose right there, because they so far out of touch. They still don't get it. They still doing goofy shit like that. I mean, I'll never understand it. I will never understand it. I'm so glad I'm done with the fucking Democratic Party, bro. I can't do it. I tried, but I always knew, I was like, this shit ain't for me. So I'm glad I changed. I changed sides. I changed sides, man. But man, I've been busy all day. You know I don't stay on here too long. And once I get these followers up to a certain point, I'll stay on here for a while. Unless I really, really got something to talk about. But I'm pretty much all talked out, man, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I've been driving all day. Y'all know I drive trucks and shit, so I drove to Little Rock, Arkansas, and I came back. I've been driving for about 15, 16 hours. No, I'm way over DOT. I was in violation. Luckily, I didn't get pulled over, but yeah. But anyway, man, as always, everybody who came through, I appreciate that. And I did see some new people kind of stop through and check out, what I had going on. So I definitely appreciate that. Make sure y'all like the video, because some people who really be liking the video, I think y'all just forget to like the video. Make sure you hit that like button, because I need you to hit that like button. If you hit that like button, if you like the content, go ahead and give me a follow, man. And just stick there with me. Eventually, because I'm trying to be consistent, I'm going to get to a certain point where I'm going to try to make this a nice channel. I really am. Like, even if I have to stick with this for years, that's what I'm going to do. Even if I got a couple of hundred, I'm going to stick with it, because consistency is going to get me where I need to be. And I already know that. It's just going to take some time. I already know this channel ain't going to just pop up and be something big overnight or in 1 year. It's going to take me some years. I have to build an audience. So as long as y'all stick there with me, man, I appreciate that. Tighter, I appreciate you subscribing, bro. Medi, I appreciate you coming through. Miss Paradise, I don't even need to say nothing. You already know I appreciate you coming through. Everybody else who came through, I think it was another young lady who came through. Well, we had two defectors. Not defectors, I ain't gonna call them that. Just I'm gonna just call them Democrats. Toby Cyrus, and it was another young lady that popped, Judy Chandler. I don't hate these people, but I mean, hey, if y'all want to come through and if y'all want to have something to say, feel free to subscribe as well. Feel free to subscribe as well. Appreciate you, Miss Paradise. As always, man, check me out. Hey, I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you.